three numbers I use to assess my cardiovascular health and also track it over time, to potentially then correlate it with software to other health metrics. The first one is VO2 max. Since I'm using a Garmin watch, I get a VO2 max running estimate every time I run. I think this is 70% heart rate and at least for 10 minutes. This for me is usually at least once a week, so this updates continuously. VO2 max seems to be, at least if properly measured, one of the best predictors of even mortality. The higher the VO2 max in milliliters per kilogram per minute, which is the maximum oxygen uptake per minute, but adjusted by the weight. So there are two different VO2 max values one can get. The first one is the absolute, and the second one is the one that is relative, which is adjusted by body weight. Let's say my relative VO2 max is 100 and my body weight is also 100 kilograms. Then my absolute VO2 max would be 100 multiplied by 100, which would be 10K. Very good triathletes are, to my knowledge, in the 6,000 to 7,000, maybe 8,000 range of milliliters per kilogram per minute, which is then divided by their body weight to get their relative VO2 max. And the current record for this is held by, I think, Norwegian cyclist Oskar Svensson. And the record is actually 97.5, citing Wikipedia. The second number I would take a look at, if it wouldn't change so much in the short and midterm, would be my resting heart rate. Every time I sleep, my Garmin watch, previously the 6S Pro, now the 7S Pro, assesses how low my heart rate goes when I'm sleeping, which then would be called sleeping heart rate, but this I think is actually not displayed in Garmin Connect. My Galaxy Watch, which I had previously won, but I'm still wearing, does actually display also minimum heart rate, but the resting heart rate is basically the lowest heart rate one has when awake. But I still think the Garmin kind of calculates it during the nights, because there one holds the wrist the most still. One could also wear a chest strap, which would give probably a more accurate reading. Now, my resting heart rate changes a lot. If I sleep 6 hours, for example, it might go up. If I have a training week, which is full of cardiovascular training, then it also might go up. If I eat way too much, then it also might go up. Therefore, I usually, and also Garmin, usually takes a look at the 7-day resting heart rate, which can be even displayed basically directly on the watch with a watch face. So because I wanted something that is showing my health on my wrist, I do have basically my Garmin VO2 max estimate here, which is updating whenever I run. And then I also have my weekly resting heart rate. And both are connected to Garmin. There also seems to be a seasonal fluctuation. So even the monthly resting heart rate might not be something I want to actually take a look at too close. So what I'm actually taking a look at is the yearly resting heart rate average, which currently is 49. If this changes, this is something big. So the resting heart rate is calculated as an average of the last 365 days. So if this goes up and down, then something big is happening. And the last number I created myself is to do a standardized test of either 100 or 500 calories on an Assault Bike Pro X.